All right, so anyway, it's my second time doing this. I guess it didn't start recording earlier, but it is what it is. So this is just going to be a little update of some stuff that I've been doing recently with my channel. Obviously, I am going into the Navy, so things are changing a little bit. I've been doing a lot more fishing related stuff, but we haven't had any time lately. Every time a weekend comes available where I can go do that, bring my GoPro, get some footage done, um, something else pops up. Whether it be other family events and things like that, it is what it is. It pops up. So I've been tying tons of flies recently, and I've been getting good enough at it where I would compare them to ones that you could just buy. You know, doing pretty good getting the hang of it, and I like it. I think that's why it's coming so natural for the most part, is because I'm just actually interested in it. I was thinking about selling some online, but I don't know if I will. It depends on how much of an actual, you know, worth it would be to sell some. Also, I have gotten a few fly rods. I got three that I'll be actually using all the time that are brand new that I bought, and I got I got two upstairs that are classics. One I got from a guy named Ted, and he bought it 50 years ago ish, whenever he lived in Colorado while he was going to college up there, and fished for trout with it all over in Colorado, all kind of streams, brown trout, rainbow trout, you name it. So I've kept in contact with him after buying it on eBay. I let him know that I was going to be using his pole and bringing it everywhere to fish with me, and basically giving the pole another life. And you know, it's something to be, you know, for him as the original owner to be proud of. So I thought that'd be pretty cool. Also, recently I did a Caldwell 7 rest review. I have it sitting over that way. It is just amazing. The more I use it, the better. The more I get a hang of using it. It's super, like, it folds into basically nothing. You can stick it under the seat of your car. It fit behind the seat of your single cab truck or anywhere like that, and it just doesn't take up any room. And it's just so handy. It really is a great product, and I'm not sponsored by anybody, including Caldwell. Nobody sponsors me. This is all stuff I do on my own. I go out and buy this stuff on my own. Nobody gives it to me. Absolutely love it. Obviously, I would like to get another one that's like, you know, like a lead sled or something at some point to really get super stability out of that. We want the kind that you can strap your gun into and things like that. But that'll come at some point. So while I went shoot that, the reason why I went use it the other day to make not to make a review, but I realized that while I was using it that past time that it was just great. I need to make another review on this thing, so I did it. I brought my 350 Legend and my muzzleloader, which I just switched scopes on. So I put the 2 to 7 by 32 millimeter Vortex on the muzzleloader from the 350 Legend, and then the 3 to 9 by 40 millimeter, I think, from the muzzleloader onto the 350 Legend. The 3 by 9 by 40 millimeter is a Hawk. Hawk Optics. It's super nice, illuminated reticle. It has illuminated chevrons in there, and it is made for straight wall cartridges, muzzleloaders, and or slug guns. So since it has a bit more range by Zoomies, I got that word from Hootie Hoo, Zoomies. So yeah, so since I'm presumably will have a much more of a chance to shoot a longer range shot with a 350 Legend because of the flatter trajectory than a muzzleloader and all that stuff, I put the higher powered scope onto the 350 Legend and the lower powered scope onto the muzzleloader. So, but while I was using that, from going from air conditioned to super hot outside, my powder got wet, like it got moisture in it. So I was going to, you know, pinch, let 2 pellets fall down my barrel, and I was pinching the third one to stop it from going. It just crumbled, fell in anyway. So I ended up I shot some of it, and it's still shot, but I don't like that it was like damp. So I'm trying to figure out a way to stop that from happening, to stop the powder from getting wet. And what I could have done is, I guess I could have opened all the tubes before bringing it out there. That way the moisture wouldn't have gotten trapped in there. That might have worked. There's probably tons of things that I could do to stop that from happening. Next time I go shoot, I'm just going to make sure that that the temperatures between inside and outside are closer together. That way I will not have that issue. Also recently I did buy a reel for a Browning ultralight pole that I had that I caught some giant bass with. It's just crazy. Catching big bass on an ultralight is fun. But since my wife has talked about coming fishing with me, even though she's not super interested in it, She does not know how to cast a spin cast reel or open face or whatever you want to call it. So I put this Daiwa. Let me actually go get it. Give me like 1 second. I can't edit this out. I mean, I could, but I'm not. So I actually grabbed 2 poles of my. All right. Sorry. I had to go do that. I didn't even think of this before I started, so I'm doing it now. So, anyways, I went and got my wife. This is the Browning rod that I have. It's called a Browning Superlight. It's IM6 graphite. I got it at Bass Pro years ago, and I've caught tons of fish with it. I actually had 2 of these. One of them is, I think, broke. Like I just was holding it in the wrong place while getting a fish off, and it broke. Like, for those of you who don't know, don't be grabbing your pole anywhere else besides the handle while you're trying to take a fish off. If there's too much weight on the end and you're holding it right there close to the end too, it gives it a place to break. But as long as you're not, obviously they won't. Right now I have a, what is this thing called? It's a Mepps Zero, and it's a single hook on there right now. But this is why I grabbed this and brought this over here. I got my wife this thing. It is a Daiwa. It is the Daiwa Underspin US 40 XD. This thing right here. The drag's in the very front, so you twist this little knob, and your line basically reels in around this deal. Obviously, it's got a trigger on it to cast. It's basically like a button cast, except this thing goes under your pole, and it's super nice. Haven't done a lot with it so far, but it is definitely quality, and it wasn't very expensive. So, if any of y'all like or have a spin fishing pole, and obviously it's not very cool to put a bait, like a bait casting reel on here because of how big the eyes are, and you want to have something that's, you know, maybe a kid can use versus a spin cast. This is a good option. Like I said, I just picked that up and I'm super excited about it. I have not gotten to use it yet. Obviously I've used the pole a ton, but not the reel. This I also just picked up recently from Bass Pro. It is the Crappie Max Signature Series. This thing is super short. It might be the same length. Actually, let me put them next to each other, see which one's shorter. I think this Crappie Max is shorter. The Crappie Max is shorter by like 4 inches. I don't know what the exact length of this thing is, but it's pretty solid. It comes with a nice Crappie Max reel. I have a Mepps, what is this thing called? A Mepps something. Mepps Thunderbug on there, and it catches fish. The only thing, if you're using these, obviously, and you know, obviously you're gonna be wanting to catch fish with it. I'm fixing this hook right now because it got a little bit twisted some type of way. There we go. They have a tendency to twist your line, so you can get a little swivel to put on there. It makes all that all better. It actually adds a little bit of weight too. These things are pretty light, but I've been doing pretty good tearing up some big fish with some smaller baits like this, and bluegill. Like bluegill don't get caught on a big hook so well. So something smaller like that does a great job. So far with this reel, haven't caught any fish. The Daiwa, and with this new pole that I just got about a month ago, maybe less than that, haven't caught anything with. So hopefully this weekend, which this is going to be 4th of July weekend, obviously 4th of July is this coming Monday, hopefully I'll have a chance to go fishing with it, and super excited about being able to do so. Also, some other things coming up. I will be bringing my GoPro for that, because the place where I go, I really tear up the fish, and so hopefully I'll have it with me. I've been tying some wet flies with some gold beads that I got from Walmart that are probably obviously not made out of gold, or they'd be super expensive, but they're weighted pretty well. I'm actually going to bring y'all with me if I can. Actually, no, why not? I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to grab it. So, all right, there we go.
Are you done?
Almost done.
Very well.
My wife is asking me if I'm done. So I tied some of these, let's see if you can see that very well. So I put 2 gold beads on there, and there's a bunch of Flashabou and different color feathers and stuff like that. I even did some flash, wrapped it around the thorax area. I forget who makes these hooks, but they are so sharp. Definitely gonna get some more of these to tie some bigger bass wet flies with. I've done some smaller ones with some size, I believe 8 Aberdeen style hooks, and dubbing and hackle on there, and some some pink feathers from Walmart. Done some with some gray. All this stuff will work out very well, I do believe. There's another one. I've given some to a guy that I work with, and then the hole inside the cup is full of wet dry flies that I've tied. So trying to stick to some natural looking stuff. And let's see what else I got in here. I got also some colors that'll work really well for like bluegill and other types of fish that I come more in contact with in this area. Obviously, I don't trout fish here, but a lot of these look really. Hold on one second. This one's actually a type of dubbing that I don't have a lot of. Where is that camera at? There we go. Right there. So I've been tying tons of stuff like that. Some stuff's a little bit more, whatever than that, but all this stuff will do the job. Super excited about all that. So next year coming up, especially once I'm done with once I'm done with boot camp and training, and I'm going to be in the Navy Reserves. As long as everything continues to work out like it is, it's been a slow process, but it's working. So all I have really left after this last one little thing that she's getting back for a waiver for basically all involved with the neck tattoo. After that's done, I'll go to MEPS to do my physical. Then the actual waiver specifically for this will be sent off once it's approved. Hopefully it's approved. God willing, I believe this is his plan for me to do this. So once that comes back, I will be getting my ship-off date. I'll go back to MEPS at that point and swear in and go sit down with a Navy liaison and pick my rate. So first time I go to MEPS, it's just going to be first day I think is ASVAB testing, and then the second day is going to be the physical. As soon as the physical's done, when everybody else starts going to swear in and going to do the picking their jobs and stuff, I'm going to be leaving at that point because I have to wait till this comes back before I can finish that part of processing. So there's going to be tons of hunting stuff, I promise. More filming outside. Everything has just been so hectic. We're thinking about moving. We were going to move. But then the people that were going to be selling us the house, or not selling us the house, but renting us the house, don't know what they want to do. So it is what it is. But I'll keep y'all all updated. There's going to be tons of stuff. If there's anything that y'all want to see me review, or anything that y'all want to see me do as far as what are y'all more interested in, hunting, fishing, trout fishing, tactical gear reviews, groups for different types of ammo to test with 350 Legend or 6.5 Grendel or some gun that I actually have, which is those two and the muzzle loader. I have a Traditions Buckstalker 50 cal. Anyway, God bless all of y'all. I'll see y'all around. Probably won't because I don't know who you are, but y'all might see me. God bless you. Like and subscribe. See y'all next time.